Alright, alright. It's the Mathstone here again, sharing lessons with you from lessons learned as a tutor and a student. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about is when is math fun and how to make math interesting for yourself as a student. Okay, different teachers, different tutors have different sorts of advice on how to do that, and they have different strategies to do that. For me, the way I suggest you make math fun is never solve a question without a solid example of a solution. So, if you're going to solve a question, find an exact match as an example and follow that with the question. It's the easiest form of training yourself on how to solve a math problem. Don't solve a question without an example. The reason why is you have nothing to relate it to. If you haven't done that topic before, you haven't done that type of question before, or you can't remember how to solve it, then you have nothing to relate it to. So you need an example to look at and go, okay, this is what they've done, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, I look at my question, compare it to the example question, and look at what they've done. You look at what you've done, and you start going step by step following it. And some people might think, oh, that's patronizing. Really? Was it patronizing when you learned to walk with walkers? Was it patronizing when you learn English by getting corrected all the time? You're learning something for the first time. You're supposed to be patronized until you understand it perfectly. So you should be patronizing yourself. Okay? And I find this with students. So you give them a question and they start sweating over the question. And you go, okay, have you looked at the example I gave you? They're like, no. Do you know what topic that question is from? They go, yes. I go, okay, that's a good start. Do you have a textbook that you can find that topic from and look at an example they've used to solve that question? And they never go through all these processes and they're slaving over a question they don't even understand. So if you don't understand it, that means you have no basis of how to solve that question. But an example is a good help for you. When you're dealing with math, the more problems you can solve with an example, it programs your brain to start learning how to solve that problem. Okay? It's not, oh, I've done one question with the example, now I know it. Never gonna happen. That's why people get frustrated. Oh, I'm not doing math. Math is not fun. Math is not interesting. Yeah, it's not going to be interesting. It's not going to be fun if you're not figuring anything out. Nobody likes to be stuck in a place without figuring out a solution. But when you start figuring out solutions, it's fun. It's the same as getting to a level or a stage on a video game. If you can't figure out the next level, it becomes very annoying, you quit. But if you go online, see how somebody else got through that level, and use that same example to get through your own level, then you're like, whoa, great, what's next? That's the same with a math question. You need an example. And when you use that example, you can't just use it for one question, because you don't just get past. You're still going to have to, after you do it in class, you're still going to have to write an exam on it. So what you need to do is use an example. You solve at least 15 simple questions. and make sure you've got them right. Once you can do that, then it will be a lot easier to move to the complicated questions on that topic. And possibly, you go on about 6 of those, you'll probably get about 50%. And the other 50%, even if you can't solve them, when it's explained to you by a teacher or a tutor, a click goes off in your brain. Oh, I see how that works. Because you've used the example to solve the simple bits, and the simple bits have now stuck with you. So your brain has formed pathways of the simple bit, and it starts connecting the simple bit to the complicated bit when it's explained to you. But if you don't even have the example in your mind of the simple bit, when the complicated bit is explained to you, you black out. You're like, what? Well, what's this? This doesn't make sense. But you haven't started from the basis. It's just like someone who hasn't learned nouns and pronouns, and you're talking about, oh, let's form sentences. Okay? That's how you build interest in your mind with math, because now you're figuring stuff out. When you're figuring stuff out, your mind stays interested. When you can't figure it out, your mind becomes disinterested. And the way you stay interested is by using examples to figure out what you need. It's the best help outside of a teacher or a tutor. Okay? And that's the best way I can teach you to keep your interest in math. If you don't use examples from your textbook, from teachers' examples of a question solved, if you don't copy those down and you think, oh, I've seen it, I understand it, I'll do it at home. That's not going to happen, trust me. Been there, done that. You have to copy that example down. When you get home, similar question, okay. Like for like, okay. Teacher did A there, I'll do A here. Okay, and don't get smart with it. That's not the time to go, after 5 questions, you go, I got 5 right. Now it's the time to mess around. No. You've got to do a whole load of them. Now, if you want to push your luck, or if you want to stretch your ability, you can do more than 15 simple questions. You can do 30 simple questions if you have them. And if you get 75, 80, 90% of those right or more, you'll feel in a good place to take on complicated questions. And if you can get those right as well, your confidence and your interest in math skyrockets. Because once again, you're always interested in things you can figure out. When you figure things out, you stay interested. When you can't figure it out, your mind collapses, you get disinterested. Okay? That's all I have to say about that, folks. Remember, no start, no middle, no end, and it's just the math done, giving you lessons from lessons learned as a tutor and a student. Adios, people.